An internal note sent to BBC staff, co-signed by senior management, said they were appalled by the Huw Edwards news, it's been alleged. The BBC knew of Huw Edwards' arrest over accessing indecent images of children in November but continued employing him until April, the corporation has said this evening. Edwards, who was a senior BBC broadcaster prior to his resignation earlier this year, admitted 3 charges of making indecent photographs in court today after he was sent 41 illegal images by convicted pedophile Alex Williams. Williams was charged in relation to his WhatsApp chat with Edwards and was convicted of 7 offences following an investigation by South Wales Police, receiving a 12-month suspended sentence. Westminster Magistrates Court was told 7 of the indecent images shared with the veteran broadcaster by Williams were of the most serious type. If you can't see the poll, click here. The final indecent image was sent in August 2021, a Category A film featuring a young boy, with the convicted pedophile telling the newsreader the child was quite young looking and that he had more images which were illegal. Following Edwards' appearance in court today, his former employers the BBC released a statement expressing their shock at Edwards' guilty plea. It's also been claimed that internal note sent to BBC staff, reportedly co-signed by senior management, said they were appalled by the Edwards news. The alleged note, seen by the PA news agency, was reportedly co-signed by the corporation's Director General Tim Davie, Deborah Turness, Chief Executive, BBC News and Current Affairs and Group Chief Operating Officer Lita Vaziva. PA news agency claim the note reads, "Many of you will have seen the news today that Huw Edwards has pleaded guilty to charges against him. We are appalled by this news, there can be no place for such behavior." It then allegedly shared the statement the BBC has issued widely, after former employee Edwards pled guilty to making indecent images of children. The co-signed note to staff reportedly ended saying, "Some of you may feel shocked and saddened by this news and some of you will have worked closely with Huw Edwards over the years. Many of you will be working on this story, and we want to thank you for your professionalism in carrying on with your jobs in difficult circumstances." The note is said to have concluded saying if staff had been affected in any way by today's news, please do make full use of our well-being resources, which include the free, confidential employee assistance program and the BBC's peer support network. The Mirror has approached the BBC for comment. In a statement shared this evening, the BBC said, in November 2023, whilst Mr. Edwards was suspended, the BBC as his employer at the time was made aware in confidence that he had been arrested on suspicion of serious offences and released on bail whilst the police continued their investigation. At the time, no charges had been brought against Mr. Edwards and the BBC had also been made aware of significant risk to his health. The corporation added, "The BBC is shocked to hear the details which have emerged in court today. There can be no place for such abhorrent behaviour and our thoughts are with all those affected. Today we have learned of the conclusion of the police process in the details as presented to the court. If at any point during the period Mr. Edwards was employed by the BBC he had been charged, the BBC had determined it would act immediately to dismiss him. In the end, at the point of charge he was no longer an employee of the BBC. During this period, in the usual way, the BBC has kept its corporate management of these issues separate from its independent editorial functions." Edwards appeared nervous, fidgeting with his hands as Chief Magistrate Paul Goldspring told him he would not be sentencing him in court today. The court heard that the broadcaster had engaged in online chat involving illegal photographs with an adult man, now known to be Williams, on WhatsApp between December 2020 and August 2021, who sent him 377 sexual images, of which 41 were indecent images of children. The bulk of these, 36, were sent during a 2-month period. On February 2, 2021, Williams asked whether what he was sending was too young, to which Edwards told him not to send any underage images, the court heard. The indecent images that were sent included 7 Category A, the worst, 12 Category B, and 22 Category C. Of the Category A images, the estimated age of most of the children was between 13 and 15, but one was aged between 7 and 9, the court was told. No more indecent images were sent after August 2021, but the pair continued to exchange legal pornographic images until April 2022. During the period he was being sent the photographs, Edwards fronted coverage of the funeral of the late Duke of Edinburgh, and a programme from Windsor Castle the night before the funeral called HRH the Duke of Edinburgh Remembered. The Crown Prosecution Service, CPS, said the charge of making an indecent image, which the broadcaster pleaded guilty to, has been broadly interpreted by the courts. The CPS said it can range from opening an attachment in an email containing an image, to accessing pornographic websites in which indecent photographs of children appear by way of an automatic pop-up mechanism. Follow Mirror Celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.